Mr. Beef Jerky. Nice.
Such a feeling's coming over me.
Got my Irish shirt on.
There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be.
Oh yeah.
Is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I'll see. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world.
Yo, Fears. Audience, Fears, back at it again with another live. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing awesome. I hope you're doing fantastic. Fears is all Irish. I got my Irish shirt on. I'll definitely be wearing this on St. Paddy's Day. I've already decided I think I'm going to watch as many of the Leprechaun movies as I possibly can. There's a lot of them. So take your pick, my friends. So, oh yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a fantastic day. It's been a good day, but it's been a busy day, and me and Dave just got done hanging out. So, yeah, me and Dave, we went and got some pizza, and then Dave came over, and Dave was helping me edit a little bit of my vlog today, and we just kind of hung out and just chilled and kind of shot the shit. So it was a pretty cool day. Coffee first in my Fears Vlogs mug. There it is. Healthy snack next. Oh yeah. A little bit of blueberries. Ooh. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good day. It's been a pretty good day. Work was good. I'd say it was about medium. Medium busy. I got into work last night, and I thought it was going to be a hard night, but it wasn't too bad, but it definitely wasn't easy. And Zach, I'm sorry that I missed your drive time live. I was hanging out with Dave, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, so, yep. Anyway, so me and Dave hung out, and let's see, work was good. I got off of work, had a nap, talked to my mom. She is just ecstatic to see me, in April. And she asked me if I had found a ticket yet. I said, I haven't found a ticket yet. The key word is yet. I said, I've been kind of looking around. So, yeah. So, probably sometime this weekend, or probably by Friday, I'll have my tickets, because I'll be surfing the interwebs. So, yeah. And then, after I talked to her, I went and checked the fan mail. No fan mail yet, but you guys have got to send me some stuff, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you. Send your fan letters. Fearsman26, Fears Vlogs, 16745 Kagan's Crossings Boulevard, SE102B, PMB 40, Claremont, Florida, 34714. Oh, yeah. 34714. Send that fan mail. Bada bing, bada boom, my friends. Because I want to hear from you. So I checked that. And then me and Dave went out to lunch. I got Wawa's pizza. So yeah. Dave got a sub. And we just kind of hung out. It was great. And then before I hung out with Dave, when I was waiting for Dave to come over, I was doing some edits. I'm about halfway done with my miniature golf vlog. Zach already put that one out. So mine will be out either later on tonight or probably tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on how long it's going to take me to edit. I'm about halfway edited. Done. Today's thumbnail is some Irish potatoes. You cannot have St. Paddy's Day without some Irish potatoes. Today we're going to do Today I watched one movie. I had to quickly watch something to review on today's stream. So I watched quickly because it was a short film. One of these Christmas movies. I watched um, Rudolph's Shiny New Year. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to watch something more epic from the wall tonight. But I had to quickly watch something because I was busy all day. You know, doing errands, hanging out with Dave, going nuts, going ballistic. So yeah, so there's that. So we're gonna be reviewing one film. Then we're gonna do. While I was out and about, I found these Mr. Beast beef jerky. So I'm gonna do a taste test review, and then we're gonna ask some Irish questions. I'm gonna ask some Irish questions to you. I'm gonna ask them to myself, write them down, and then if there's time, then I'll tell you some more celebrity stories that I met with. Whenever I met the celebrities that I have met. So anyway, it's been a good day. It's been a busy day, but it's been a good day. I hope your day has been just as good, my friends. All right, let's open up the chat. There we are. Ask him to myself. There we are. Okay. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, what's up, Lark? How you been? Good to see you. Lark says, yo, what's up? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. Yo, what's up, Visions? Good to see you. He says, yo, how you been, buddy? I'm going to try to get my live in quick because Zach's going live at, I believe, 8:30. I believe. That's what Dave told me. So I'm going to quickly do mine, get mine out of the way. I'll probably be hanging out, with Zach and Dave on his. So, yeah. So, anyway. Lark, how was the day? Visions, how was the day? By the way, thanks for this mug, buddy. I appreciate it. So yeah, I think on St. Paddy's Day, I'm going to be wearing this shirt. And I'm going to be watching a lot of the Leprechaun movies. Because they are great. Those Leprechaun movies are pretty fantastic. Yo, Bukaki. What's up, dude? Yo, dude. Kind of like the end of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Greetings, my excellent friends. Yo, Rufus. And then, dude, Rufus, the babes. We looked all over England for you. Whoa, where'd you get those radical clothes? Rufus invited us to the mall, and he gave us something called credit cards, And then he's like, how can we ever thank you, Rufus? Well, you can start by signing this for my kids. And then they're like, why? They're big fans of yours. And he goes, Wild Stallion music has been the foundation of our societies. It aligns the planets and brings harmony to all walks of life, from common household pets to extraterrestrial life. And it's excellent for dancing. In fact, I think you guys have been to my society, that futuristic place with the dome, and the totally excellent music, dude. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Lark says, well, hey, Bukaki. Hey, Visions. Well, howdy. Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right. Let's get a rockin'. Let's get a rolling. Yo. Primetime Gaming. What's going on? All right. I think we got to start this off hot with a taste test review, my friends. Here we are. All right. Yo. What's up, Primetime Gaming? I just want to let everybody know that James's book is almost done. We're getting there. Bukaki, how was your day? Lark, how was your day? Visions, how was your day? He says, so far so good, Fears, man. Well, that's good. That's really good. I've had a fantastic day. It's been a busy day, but a good day. All right. So, Mr. Beast. Jerky. Review. Peppered jerky. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Bukaki says, hi, Lark. All right, here we are. All right. Oh, it smells good. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm liking it. Okay. So, good taste. Good taste. Plenty of pepper. Yo, what's up, Pixel? Good taste. Plenty of plenty of pepper. Plenty of pepper. A bit spicy. Plenty of pepper. A tad spicy. I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. I'm going to rate it a... I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Good taste, plenty of pepper, a tad spicy. I'm going to say it's a good product. Good product. I've had Jack Links before, but it's Mr. Beast style. So yeah, good product. I would recommend it. Oh yeah. Recommend it. Nice. All right. I'm going to save the rest for later. Let me catch up with the chat. Let's see here. R.I.P. Bill and Ted. R.I.P. George Carlin. Well, Bill and Ted are still alive. It's George Carlin that's passed away, Pixel. But, hey, as long as Wild Stallions are still alive, we could have a fourth film. I hope so. I hope so. Let's see. Vision says, what's up, Lark? I stayed up late and just woke up about a half an hour ago. I'm still laying in bed, so the day is pretty okay. Nice. Well, I got home at around 9-ish, slept to about 12. Dave didn't get over to my house until like 2:50, and then we hung out, and I actually just got home from hanging out with Dave, so between 12 and 2:50, I edited a vlog. I'm almost done, so we're not done yet, but we're almost done. Shout out to the 12 people. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. And then I skipped breakfast. I wasn't hungry. I had lunch. And then Dave got a sub for dinner, and I got some pizza. I've never tried Wawa pizza. Get ready for a Wawa pizza review, because I already had lunch, and I really wasn't that hungry. So I said, Dave, I'll get some Wawa's pizza, and I'll film my review tonight while I'm eating dinner later on, probably after I get done hanging out with Zach on his live and all that. So get ready for another pizza review on TikTok and on my YouTube. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Nice. Mr. Beast is my favorite scammer. That's what people's been telling me. Like, he seems nice in his seems like he's nice on his videos. Yo, what's up, Zach? Zach, someone told me 8:30. So, is it 8:30 or 7:30? Because I was trying to get my live in real quick. Dave told me 8:30. So that's why I went live, like, as soon as possible. So, yeah. Yeah. Sent you the panel link. All right. Well, I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm going to try to quickly get mine in. So, yeah. So, I'm going to have to fast through this, because I thought it was 8:30, and now it's 7:30. Okay. So, make up your fucking mind, Zach. Jesus Christ. Listen, you're kind of invading Fears' territory. You can do your bullshit live on Sunday, but, you know, the week is mine, motherfucker. You know? Don't even go there. Don't even go there. I'm just joking. I don't care, Zach. I don't care whatsoever. I will be there. I will be there with bells on, my friend. I guess Dave told me the wrong time. 7:30, I'll be there. Thank you for sending me the link. You know I was kidding around, Zach. Anyway. Where was I? Mr. Beast. Yeah, so I've seen some of Mr. Beast's videos. Seems like a nice guy to me, but I've heard a lot of stories that he scams his fans, which is not good. I would never do that. So shame on him if he does scam his fans. So yeah. Anyway, you're going to make it through all the Mr. Beast movies. I'm going to try, because he's got, what, 7 or 8 chocolates. And I've done 2 chocolates so far. And then I found this randomly at the gas station. So I know he's got another type of beef jerky. So I gave that beef jerky, I gave that a solid 9 out of 10. So yeah. So yeah. So yep. So yeah. Anyway. Let's see, where was I? So I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do all the Mr. Beast foods. Vision says, hell yeah. Zach, just both stream, do it Lantern style. No, I'm good. I don't want to impede on his time. So if I don't finish everything before, I'll do a little live here. Turn it off. Go on Zach's. Hang out with Zach for an hour or two or however long he does his live, and then I'll do another one. You know, because Fears loves streaming. What's up, Joey? He says, wow, you got an hour. I know. I'm going to have to squeeze it all in. Or as much as I can. That's like $300 worth of food. No, not really, because this was only like $2, and then that chocolate was, those 2 chocolate reviews, I've done 2 so far. I'm sorry, I've done 3. I've done dark chocolate, and then I did the almond one, and then I did dark chocolate with sea salt. And each one of those was like $1 or $2, so it's not that bad. Not that bad. Are you going to DoorDash Mr. Beast Burger to review? I didn't even know he had a burger. We'll see what we can do. I don't know if I'll get to all of his food, but I'll get to some of it. So, yeah. I thought, I Googled certain things, because I want to keep adding stuff to my channel, and they said, you should do some food reviews on your channels. That's what I've been doing that. So, yeah. Oh, that's right. It's like a ghost kitchen. The DoorDash is what's going to cost the most to review. Mr. Beast Burger has a vast menu. Well, then, I probably won't do those. I'll try to do the stuff that he has at Walmart, because this was at Walmart, this was at the gas station, all those chocolates. And I'll be honest, the reason why I'm doing these is for 2 reasons. 1, he's another YouTuber. 2, I like doing reviews of not just movies, anything. And 3, I looked up future ideas on Google. I said, give me some ideas of what stuff I could add to my channel. They said, you like to do movie reviews, do food reviews. And I was like, I could do that. I'm like, I could definitely do that. So, yeah. Let's see. That 8-hour stream last night, well, wasn't enough for Zach. I guess not. He's breaking the rules, man. He's breaking the rules. Breaking the rules. Zach, you're full of shit, man. You're full of shit. You're impeding on my stream time. Is it? No, it isn't. It's not your time. It's my time. You can do your bullshit live on Sunday, man. Bullshit. I'm just joking, Zach. You can stream whatever the hell you want. I don't really care. I was joking around. I hope everybody's had a good day. I've been a really good day. It's been good. It's been good. Pretty good, my friends. All right, next. Let's see what's next. Well, sorry about, I quickly had to watch. And since this movie was so short, I quickly watched it. Because I went right to sleep last night. Didn't watch anything. So, I watched, oh, where is it? Rudolph's Shiny New Year. So that's the movie review of the day, my friends. So I apologize. So yeah. So Rudolph's Shiny Year. And basically, one of Santa's children is lost, and it's so foggy that he has to recruit Rudolph for another mission. So, the animation was great. Animation was amazing. Good story. Good message. Quite Christmassy. Definitely the Christmas vibes were rocking. It was a short film, but a good film. So, short film, but a good one. I'm going to give it a solid 8.2 out of 10. It was all right. 8.2 out of 10. The animation was absolutely fantastic, my friends. My favorite scene was probably Rudolph talking to Santa. All right. Moving right along. Let's see here. Let's see here. You heard the king, Zach. Well, actually, I was joking. Your territories every night. Damn right, Zach. Ha ha. You'll never get a chance to stream. You little bastard. No, I'm joking. Zach. Everyone else should be allowed to stream as well. I'm just joking. I'm in a really good mood. I'm in a nice, jokey mood. It's been a very good day. So, Zach, you know I'm kidding. Christmas movies in March are a wild child, Fears. Well, the reason why I did that is I didn't watch anything last night. I went right to bed and just went off to work. And these are so short, I was like, I got to give them something, you know. So I watched it literally. It only took like 20 minutes to watch it, and then I went live. So, yeah, not too bad. Would I recommend it? Sure. It's good. It's nice. It's short. It has a good message. And watch it around the holidays. These are classic. All the animation. None of it is claymation. Everyone thinks these are clay. They're not. They actually are little puppets, and then they just move them from. They film it 1 second, and they have to move them around. I did some stop motion stuff in college. I had a Coke can, and I had it crush down and crush up. So I was even doing can crushes back then. Then I had a bunch of army figures like move in and do a little battle. I had a dinosaur come in and pick up somebody with his teeth and then pull him out of frame. I had one of the movie lights come up and open up like a flower, and the light turned on and turned off and turned on, and then it like folded back down. So it's definitely worth it. Stop motion. It just takes a long time, like, to make that light come up, open up, blink and flash, and then go back down. That took me like 2 weeks because it's literally, you turn on the camera, film it for 1 second, turn it off, move it, film, turn it off. It's a pain in the ass, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see here. What was the best? Let's see. Didn't you end your stream at 4 a.m.? No. Mine was, I think it was 3:30 last night. So, one, I didn't have time to watch anything, but I got a quick little nap in. I don't think I ended it at 3. Or at 4. I think it was 3 something. And I literally like made my lunch, laid down, quick nap, and then right off to work. So I didn't have time. I didn't have time to watch anything. Well, I slept before Joey. I also had a nap before I went into work, and before I did my live. So yeah, and then I went to work, and then when I got off work, I always take a nap after work. So yeah, so it was good. All right, what's next? Let's see here. Let's see here. Celebrities I have met. So I'll tell you guys a couple more stories before I tune this off. So I'll probably do another stream after Zach's, because I'm probably going to end this one short. But yeah. But I'll go till like 7:15-ish. So yeah. I sleep a lot more on the weekends, Joey, than during the weekdays. But I get at least a couple hours every day after work. So it's not too bad. Anyway. I hope everybody had a good day. Joey, it was cool. It was cool to hang out with you on Zach's live. I hadn't talked to you in a while. I hope you and Biscuit are doing well. So yeah. All right. Let's continue on here. Zach, is there a certain topic tonight, or are we just going buck wild like always, just randomly talking about God knows what? So hell yeah. Sometimes I like to go off script and just talk about whatever. Normally I like to be prepared though and have some topics, but Zach's got a way of just coming up with topics on the spot. I like to be prepared. So yeah, looking forward to it. Let's see here. Where's my album of all my famous people? I've met quite a few famous people. There it is, the autographs and famous people I've met. So, where do we leave off? I left off, let's see, it's about halfway down the page. I told you guys all about all the stories about me and Ron Jeremy. That guy's nuts. I met Henry Winkler. That was good. I met a whole bunch of guys from The Walking Dead. That was cool. I told you guys about me and Alex Vincent at the bar, chilling out, having some booze, and he was telling me Child's Play stories from the set. That was cool. Then I interviewed Tim Quill. He was in Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and he was in Army of Darkness. So Visions, when Tim Quill was telling me like behind the scenes stories of him with Ash, I was like, oh man. And at the time he was telling me I had only seen a couple of scenes of Army of Darkness. Now I've seen the whole thing. And I love Army of Darkness. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. But back then I only saw a couple scenes, so while he was giving me the interview and telling me all the stories, I just kept going, yep, yep. And he's like, do you know what scene I'm talking about? And I was straight up honest with him. I said, I've seen a little bit. I said, I've seen a couple of scenes. But he was very cool to hang out with. Very cool. So, yeah. Yo, what's up, Walter? He goes, oh, shit, another Zach stream coming. Yep. It's bullshit. Fucking another live. Son of a bitch. Invading on my territory. Zach, I may have to whip your ass. Or I could just strike your fucking channel and take it down, Zach. I'm getting a tad perturbed, Zach. Just a tad. So how dare you invade my territory, you know? So you keep invading my territory, that's another strike, and that's another strike, and that's another... I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that to my friend Zach. I wouldn't do that. So yeah, meeting Tim Quill was a lot of fun. So when I met him, he had just finished Spider-Man 1 and 2, and then he told me a whole bunch of stories of him on Army of Darkness, which was very cool. Pretty awesome. My friends. All right, next person I met. Then I got Kane Hodder to sign my hockey mask. And he signed it Kane Hodder, Jason, and then he wrote 7, 8, 9, and 10. I have interviewed him 3 times. Nicest guy though. But I've met him 4 times. So I've interviewed him 3 times, met him 4. The last time, he vaguely remembered Contamination. But when we were at Spooky Empire last year, I said, Kane, John Fears, good to see you, old friend. Interviewed you 3 times. Each interview was fucking amazing. And I said, do you remember Contamination in St. Louis? And he was like, vaguely, but he goes, I do remember it. And I said, oh, that's good. And then I showed him the picture, and he said, oh, yeah. He goes, I don't choke people out anymore because some family threatened to sue me. And I said, oh, well, I'm honored. I said, I'm honored that I was one of the last few people to get choked out by Jason Voorhees. Hell yeah. So, yeah. So, let's see. This reminds me of the Warriors. Stream turf. Well, you know I'm joking, Visions. I don't care when Zach or Mike or Carrie or Richie or when everyone streams. I was literally just joking around. Let's see. I literally just drank 4 cups of milk. Well, good for you. Good for you. All right, next. Next story. So, technically I've met Kane Hodder 4 times, but I've interviewed him 3 times, and all those interviews are at Fearsman 26. So if you want to check them out, there they are. The next story, I did this con. I think this was, when was this? This was back in 2012, 2013-ish. So I hadn't started the live stream yet. I think the first live was 2015, if memory serves me right. So this was just vlog days, and one of the coolest vlogs I did, I volunteered to work at this con called Con X. And basically how I got to do it is my friends called me up my friend Dave that did Contamination. This was before he sold it. He said, "Hey, Fears." And I said, "What's up?" And he said, "Hey, man." He goes, I got a big favor to ask for you. He goes, "Plus," he goes, "I think you'll like this." And I said, "Yeah, lay it on me." He goes, "Well, some of my friends saw my Contamination convention." He goes, "and they really want to get into the business." And I was like, "Right on. That's cool." And he goes, "Well, they're making their own con. It's called Con X." And I said, "Nice." I said, "I'll definitely come to it." And he's like, "Well, that's good." He goes, "But we need volunteers." He goes, "I'll pay you $100 if you go down to Kansas City, Missouri, and work it for the weekend, and you get to meet all the celebrities." And he goes, "I'll give you all the free food." And I was like, "Sweet." So really, the only thing I had to pay for was my hotel room. I got all free food. I got to meet every single celebrity, and he said, "Because you're working at Fears," he goes, "you'll probably get some free autographs." Some of the actors gave me some free autographs, not all, but Leslie Easterbrook from Police Academy gave me a free interview. She gave me a free signature, and I got a photo. And then I met Walter, what's his last name? The guy that plays Chekhov. How do you say his fucking name? So now I've met 2 of the original Star Trek. I'm sorry, back then, he was the first one. I met him first, then Kirk, then O'Hara, the black lady. But yeah, I never got to meet Leonard Nimoy. But at least I got a autograph. So he was the first one. And he let me do an interview. So yeah. Let me ask Meta real quick. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. Hey Meta, real quick question. The guy that played Chekhov on the original Star Trek, his first name was Walter, but how do you pronounce his last name?
The character Chekhov was played by Walter Koenig.
Conan.
His last name is pronounced
Conan. Conan. Super nice guy. So I got to interview him. But before I met him, my job was to take care, at ConX, my job was to take care of Leslie Easterbrook. And then once she was done, she only stayed Saturday. But Denise Crosby stayed Saturday and Sunday at that con. And Randall is so jealous. She goes, "Oh, I'll be right back down, John." She goes up to her hotel and she brings down a bottle of wine. Swear to God, Scout's honor, I've got a picture of it. You guys have seen it. Or, well, most fans have seen it. I'm sitting there with her at the table. And I don't have it in my hand. She's got the wine bottle in her hand. Randall is so jealous. He's like, "Fears, you are the fucking man." I was like, "What are you on about?" He goes, "Fears, not only did you get to interview Denise Crosby, she's so hot, man, and you got to drink wine with her." And I was like, "That I did, my friend. That I did." So that was cool. That was cool. So another con taken down, another celebrity. She was nice. She was very nice, very sweet. So yeah. So if I wasn't hanging out with Leslie Easterbrook at that con, then I was hanging out with Denise Crosby. Both very nice. And I got a free photo with them. I got a free autograph. And they both gave me an interview. And both of those interviews are on my channel. So, super awesome. Because I like Leslie she's been in some of the Halloween stuff. And she was in, I think, the sequel to Rob Zombies. I think. Something like that. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, Randall? O'Hara and Walter are my favorite Star Trek characters, too. Well, Randall, I don't know if you heard the story. I just told everybody. Remember when I told you I drank wine with Denise Crosby? It was her idea. She goes, "I'll be right back before I start signing." She goes, "Let everybody know that I have to run up to my hotel room, John." I sat with her at her booth, Randall, while she was, doing her signatures. And so it was my first time working a con. Because normally Fears goes to the cons. So I've worked a couple of cons, though. That was my first one. I've worked 4 cons so far in my lifetime. The rest of them, I've just been there as a guest. So she comes back down, Randall. Remember, Randall, when I got home, I called you and told you because that's when me and Randall had reconnected, and he was like, Fears, man, I'm so jealous. And I'm like, what are you on about? He goes, dude, you just drank wine. And I was like, oh, I did. I said we were getting drunk, Randall. I said she was kind of giving me a massage, and then I got to do an interview with her. Oh, yeah. It was great. What's up, Vic? Yeah. Exhumed Vision says, I'm surprised she wasn't killed by a guy in a mask after saying she'll be right back. I know, right, Vision? She broke the rules. She broke the horror movie rules. I'll be right back. So, yeah. Let's see. Vic says, Ron Jeremy used to... Yeah, exactly. That guy was nuts. I met him, and he was at my buddy Dave's contamination. And they had this thing, Vic, called a celebrity dinner. And because I was friends with my buddy Dave, he would always like let me come to the celebrity dinner like for free. I think the first time I did it, I paid, but all the other times because I filmed at his contamination so much, he's like, Fears, you're a good friend. He goes, you can just come in. I was like, sweet, man. He put me with all the porn stars. So I'm sitting there eating dinner. On one side, you got Ron Jeremy. Then there's that other woman, Seika or Sika or whatever her name is. And they were just telling me all these porn stories and all this other crap. And literally, Vic, the only thing that came out of his mouth at dinner was weed, dick, fart, and pussy jokes. And I'm like, I'm trying to eat dinner. It was nuts. It was insane. But yeah. Anyway, what's up, Vic? So yeah. Who is going to emerge as the community king in the 2026 awards? I don't care, Pixel. As long as I got my loving and loyal fans, I don't care who wins. To me, it's not a competition. It's not a competition. Anyway. Pixel, it's good to see you. Pixel, I kid you not, as soon as I'm done with James's, I got that much left. Pixel, I'm going to start working on your podcast book. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to write you. I'll get your address, and I'll mail you the podcast book. So, yeah. Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock are good, too. Oh, yeah, Randall. Well, I've met Walter. I've met O'Hara. And I've met Kirk. I never got to meet him. But, Randall, this is the newest. This is the latest and the greatest, Randall. Me and Dave were hanging out the other day. I got Leonard Nimoy's autograph. The authenticity sticker on the back of it. It's real. It's real. And I wish I would have got to meet him. It would have been cool to meet Spock, live long and prosper. But at least I got the autograph. Hell yeah. I've been wanting it for so long. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So there it is. But Randall, I remember you were so just like, Fears, you're the man. He goes, you got to drink wine with Denise Crosby. And I was like, it was pretty awesome, Randall. It was pretty awesome. And the interview was great. We were talking Klingon, and then we were talking about all of Denise Crosby's like Star Trek missions. Tasha Yar, she was super nice. And she had done an episode of The Walking Dead, which is really badass. So yeah, I've watched season 1 so far I'm rewatching all the seasons. I just started season 2 of The Walking Dead because I already reviewed season 1 for you guys. All right, next. Let's see. So yeah, then I got to meet James. I forgot how to pronounce his name. He's from Top Gun, Master of the Universe. He was in Dick Tracy. He was in Turk, the Amityville Horrors. James Tolan, I think is how you pronounce his name. He played Strickland off of Back to the Future. You're a slacker, McFly. You're a slacker. That guy was super cool. Got a photo with him. Full-on interview. And it was at the same convention that I worked at. So my very first convention that I ever worked on, I got $100 from my buddy. Tons of celebrity interviews. Pretty much got to meet every single celebrity. Some gave me free pictures and free autographs. Some didn't. But so James, I actually had to pay for. But I was like, you know what? I love Back to the Future. I have no problem, paying this guy. But he did give me a free interview. He said, "I'll tell you what, Fears." He goes, if you pay for the photo and the autograph, he goes, I'll give you a free interview. And I was like, sweet. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So on Facebook, I wrote, did an interview with James Chokum myself. He played in Back to the Future. He played in Top Gun, Dick Tracy. His role in Dick Tracy was pretty badass. And Visions, I know you like Dick Tracy. I've always liked the Dick Tracy movie. I've always thought that I always thought that movie was really top notch. So yeah, very, very cool. All right, let me scroll down here. Next, I got to meet the guy that played Leatherface. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I got to do an interview with him, and he choked me out, and I got a photo with him. He was in Hatchet 2, and he was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. This was also at ConX, and it says, his little banner says, Meet Leatherface, R.A., I'm going to take a shot. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Mieloff? Hopefully that's how you say his name. Super nice guy. Totally gave me an interview. Now, his choke out wasn't as bad as Kane's. Kane, I almost lost oxygen supply. I shit you not. I turned so red. Kane was like choking the bejesus out of me. I thought I was going to die, but at least I got choked out by Jason Voorhees, my friends. Yeah. Wish Zach was here to tell his Al Pacino, Dick Tracy story again. Right on. That'd be cool. Well, he's probably preparing for his live. So, yeah. So, Pixel, I got a very special podcast book coming your way, my friend, because Pixel, you've been a great friend throughout all these years, so I hope you enjoy it whenever I start working on yours. So, James is almost done. Probably this will last me another 2 to 3 weeks, and then I'll get right to work on yours, my friend. So, yeah. You turned red because you kind of liked it. No, I didn't. Literally, I mean, it was cool to get choked out by Jason Voorhees, Pixel, but I actually had to take a drink of water after he choked me out. The Leatherface guy, his wasn't as bad. Kane's, he squeezed so hard my neck, it kind of hurt after a while. I was so red in that photo. But it was worth it, because I got choked out by Jason Voorhees. He doesn't do that anymore, because he almost got sued. When I met him again at Spooky Empire, he said, yeah, he goes, now the women, I just give the women a hug, and then Norman the guy, I just put my arm around their shoulder. He goes, because one family didn't like that I choked out their son, and he goes, they were going to sue me. And he goes, so I can't choke people out anymore. So he's like, so you should feel honored, Fears, that I choked you out. I said, oh, I do. I said, Jason motherfucking Voorhees almost killed me. Part 7, Part 8, Part 9, and Part 10. Hell yeah. So yeah. That's what he told me, Pixel. He said some lady in some family, he was at some con, and some lady was bitching and moaning and said, I will sue your ass off. And now he doesn't do it anymore. So, but this was way back when I met him in 2012, 2013-ish. So, this must have happened after that con. But, super nice guy. Super nice guy. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's see. Next celebrity I met. Let's see. Let me scroll down. Glenn Morshower. He was awesome. He gave me a good interview. He's been in lots of Star Trek. He was in Star Trek The Next Generation. He's been Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Enterprise, Star Trek The Next Generation. He was in X-Men. He was in Transformers 1 through 3. He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He's been in the X-Files. We talked a lot of Star Trek, but he's kind of like a television actor, but he's most known for the Transformer movies and a lot of Star Trek. But we talked a lot of Trek when I interviewed him. Nice guy. He gave me a free autograph and a free picture and a free interview because I worked the con. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it right there because I'm going to take a quick shower before I come on Zach's live, and then I'm going to do another live after Zach. So there'll be a much longer one. And then if I don't finish editing my vlog tonight, it'll definitely be up tomorrow, I promise you, my friends. So just a quick little live from Fears before, kind of a pre-show before the Zach show. Because it's about to be 7 o'clock. So, yeah. So, there will be another show after Zach's. Because I don't know how long Zach's going to be. But I'll definitely do another show after this one. All right. So, I'm going to go take a shower. And I'll be back on Zach's show. Hope you enjoyed the little show. But, yeah, Pixel, I'll get right to work on your podcast book. Because James is almost done. It's that close to being done. So, oh yeah. And the next vlog that I'm editing is when me, Zach, Dave, James, we went out and Fears jumped out of the car and I was partying with the ladies and going fucking nuts. And then we went and sat on the Adam the Woo bench and had a coffee in Adam's name. Then we did miniature golf. Fears got 3 hole-in-ones. That's right. So Visions, look out. Ha ha! It's going to be hole-in-one, 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 hole-in-one whenever we play, buddy. Oh, yeah. And I was proud of James. James got his first hole-in-one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see. Vision says, good show. Wish it was longer. Well, I'm going to do another one after Zach's live because I don't want to impede on Zach's time. So, as soon as Zach gets done, give me like 20 minutes to prepare another one. There'll be a much longer one after Zach's, I promise. Let's see. No, the beef jerky score, hang on, what was it? It was, give me a second here. I think it was either 9.4 or 9.5, hang on. Nope. Beef jerky, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. I've had better beef jerky, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Not too shabby. You got Lucky Charms in there? What, in the closet? In my food pantry? No. But I'll buy some. I'll buy some, because I'll definitely do a review on that. I love me some Lucky Charms, for sure. Yeah. What's up, Cave? Am I too late for the beef jerky? That you are. But I'll eat another one on camera. I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. Pretty good. Pretty good, my friends. All right. Show number 2 coming up soon, right after Zach's done. So I'll be back on the attack, Jack. So get ready for another show. That one will be much longer, my friends. All right. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Oh, yeah. Man, that shit's a little spicy. Damn. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I love me some jerky, but that shit's a little spicy. Damn. Ooh. All right. But yeah, Pixel, I will get to work on your podcast book ASAP as soon as James is done. What's up, Lantern? Lantern, I have to end mine real quick because Zach's going live at 7:30. But Lantern, right after Zach is done, I promise, Lantern, I'm going to do another show. All right? All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my friend Vic6666. Follow Pixel, Lord of the Pylons at Pixel Protocol. Follow Cave Squeaker on YouTube. Follow Mr. Lantern on YouTube. He does a show every Thursday night, every Friday night. Follow Fears, Lord Fears, at FearsMan26. That's the main channel. Follow channel number 2 at Fears Vlogs. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And I'll see you back on 2 and 2 right after Zach's show, all right? And this is Fears, signing off. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.